What's going on, fam? How we doing? Happy Thursday. This is Cocktails with Chello, episode 23. Can you believe that? One, two, and there you go, a three. 23, baby. I'm glad to make it here. Representing New York City, rooting for my Yankees. Hopefully, they could actually pull it off today. I think I'm a little bit loud on that. So I definitely want to let you guys know that we are going 100% Yankees. We're going to try to pull it off and push through. Want to give it a shout out to my folks that are rooting for the Atlanta Braves. Congratulations to you guys. I believe they pulled it off today. So congrats to all the Atlanta Braves fans. Before we move forward, all opinions are solely my own and do not reflect the opinions of my employer. And the reason why I bring that up is because I work for the second largest recycling and waste company in the nation. And if we haven't met before, hey, my name is Chello. How you doing? I provide recycling and waste services for companies anywhere from a small mom and pop company to a medium-sized company that might have 15 franchises, or it could be a large organization like an industrial or manufacturing company that, who knows, they might be manufacturing mattresses or even airplanes. These are companies that I've worked with in the past and are currently in my portfolio. So if you know someone that or a company that might need my help, please ask them to reach out to me. My number is 678-683-9136. So thank you very much for that. Now, let me know where you guys are watching me from. Let me know if you're watching me Team Live. Put that in the hashtag Team Live. If you're watching me in a replay, let me know as well. And if you have any questions or you hear something that you like, definitely be sure to give me a thumbs up, give me a like so I know that you're out there. Also, now, don't be shy. Join in the conversation. If you hear something that you like or you think that you hear something that, I'm not too sure about that, definitely share your opinions there as well. So I definitely want you to do that. Now, another thing is that we don't want to keep this all to ourselves. So be sure to share this with your tribe and let folks know about this. So let me see what's going on in the chat area right now. All right, so we have this is the link if you want to join in the chat. That's the link if you want to join me live. let me refresh my my feed on LinkedIn so I could actually get live on that end. Now, for whatever reason, I decided, I'm gonna do a Ask Me Anything today. I've done that before. And actually, the last time I did that, interesting enough, was that's about 10 months ago, I believe. So that's the interesting part about it, that it was about 10 months ago that I did Ask Me Anything. And so I definitely want to get you guys' opinion, see what you feel and what you're thinking. If you have any questions about what I've done, what I'm doing, and my particular industry. Let me take a look here. Okay, good. So everything is good to go on live on there. Now, one thing I want to share with you. Now, I've been in sales, gosh, for a very long time. So my philosophy in sales has always been really helping people to the point that some of my clients look at me like, is this dude really for real? And it's true. The key thing for me is that I want to make sure that my clients are successful no matter what. I mean, really, no matter what. So meaning that sometimes if there's something that's going wrong or if there's a specific policy that I have to adhere to, yeah, I have to adhere to a policy, no question about that. But I'm still going to advocate for my customers' behalf and see what I could do to either make the situation amicable for both parties. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I work for the second largest recycling and waste company in the nation. And, outside of that, that's what I'm doing for the past just shy of 10 years. Before I was doing intangible solutions. I was selling yellow pages and advertising sales. I was doing that. I was doing marketing for quite some time. I did electronic sales as well. And I've done marketing. My education is in that field. So I feel quite passionate about making sure that the message is sent out properly. And effectively, and it resonates with your clients. So that's the best part about that. Now, I think when it comes down to like LinkedIn Lives and things of that sort, you have to try to find a way to identify your ideal client if possible. Mind you, it's not going to happen overnight, But the best part about it is that you just put your best foot forward, and things organically would just happen. They really just will do. Um, Let me give an example. Like when it comes on to podcast or live streamings, I read a study, or not a study, I read an article that supported that usually people that are doing these podcasts or live streams, they usually quit anywhere around 8 to 10 episodes. So right now I'm doing pretty good. I'm at episode 23 for Cocktails with Chello. I have other shows that I've done double digits, like Coffee with Cello. I believe I'm at 27 episodes there. And then we have another show that I partner with Daryl Perry, the guy with the bow tie. We have, I believe we are right at 9 episodes, I believe, on that one. So, and the best part about it is the engagements that we have. So now it comes full circle. My recommendation, if you're watching me now and you're like, I could do that. I'm still learning it myself. So, but if you're wanting to try, get involved with your network, get involved with your audience, create polls anywhere that you can. Either if you do it on LinkedIn, you do it on Periscope, which is Twitter, or even Facebook. I believe that I would hope that they have polls. I'm not sure if they do. Do that, and not to create a group, either a LinkedIn group or create a Facebook group, so you can actually get your audience engaged and ask them, what are you interested in talking about or hearing me share my stories about? So that's the best direction to go. That's my recommendation. So now, before I move forward, let me take this time and actually reach out and give a shout out to our sponsor, which is Restream. Restream.io. It's a great platform. I thank Restream for their sponsorship and their support of Cocktails with Cello. Now, you could jump on Restream.io and you could actually start streaming for free. But you'll soon find out that once you're trying to branch yourself out and reach out to other different platforms, or you want to get your message across effectively with all the different pro level features, then you're gonna have to invest and get a pro account. And then, if doing so, you'll be able to get some credits towards your signing up for a pro level account if you use the link in the description. Now, again, Restream.io is one of the better ones in the industry, to my opinion. It doesn't hurt that they sponsor us, but quite frankly, I've used other platforms, but I do prefer the flexibility and how easy it is to utilize Restream. So now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play a brief video that gives you a description of how easy it is to use Restream.io. See? It's just easy, just like that. Easy breezy, cover girl. It's an easy platform to use. Now, I'm gonna take a look here and see. Typically people. Oh, look at that! The Yankees are up 2-0. Way to go, Yankees! So let me take a look here if I can come across different options. Actually, I came across a couple of podcasts that I was interested in sharing with you guys, and I'll see if I come across something now in the meantime while we wait for um, audience participation. Let me see here. It's interesting enough. Let me actually bring up interesting here. 16. This is interesting. So this is a good friend of mine, which her name is Janine Hogan. She has a podcast, which is called the All Star LinkedIn Podcast. So I'm gonna bring up our most recent episode, and I'm gonna give her a shout out in the meantime before I set it up. So let me say shout out. shout out. Let me bring up her website now. So let me bring it up here and just bear with me. So this is her profile page. Let me see if I can actually bring it up if it's on the screen here. In the meantime, this is her Janine Hogan. I've reached out to numerous times, and actually on one podcast that she had, she mentioned that she would like for me to be on on her show. So Janine, I'm all for it. So I know we haven't chatted. We've messaged back and forth, but we haven't had a chance to sit down and talk. So thumbs up. We could definitely do that. Let's try to get on each other's calendar on that to do that. So let me bring up her website. And I'll go back. All right. So now we are at her website. So to see we can actually go into her podcast. It's being streamed here. Oh, look at that. Easy breezy. So here we go. So the first we're gonna use. This is interesting. Yeah. So let's see. Let's go with the first one here, which is LinkedIn. They got new features on LinkedIn, so we're gonna go with that one in the first place. Let me go make sure that I actually got that streaming, so just the audio, because that's always been a bane of my existence when it comes on to getting it streamed with the audio. So here we go.
With LinkedIn specialist and copywriter Janine Hogan. Get ready to power up your credibility, improve your brand strategy, and reach your target audience on LinkedIn. It's time to supercharge your profile and turn you into an all-star.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the All-Star LinkedIn Profiles podcast. I'm Janine Hogan. Thanks for joining me today. First, I want to let you know that I've decided to do something a little bit different this week. I had 3 different topics that I really wanted to talk to you about, and I decided to break them up into 3 parts. So I'm going to do a little series of mini episodes this week. So I'm going to give you 3 short episodes throughout this week and get back on track for the following week with a longer, more targeted episode. And the reason I'm doing that is because there was a lot of information that was going through my head on what I wanted to share with you. And I kept getting a lot of different questions, but in the same types of categories. And I just thought that if I gave you little bits of information, that you'd be able to make really good use out of it. So I've got a couple of little bits of advice that I wanted to give you in 3 different parts. But the first part, I'm really excited about all of LinkedIn's new upgrades that they've launched. So I want to talk to you about those. And then I have a couple of announcements pertaining to my LinkedIn profile reviews and what I'm going to do going forward.
So I'm curious to know, are any of you guys that are watching this on a replay or watching it live, have you guys been taking advantage of the different features that are available on LinkedIn? What I mean by that is, you have stories, you have polls that came out some time ago, and I know that not everywhere you have access to stories. I just was earlier today was on a show called Linked Lunch, and Miss Villetta mentioned that she doesn't have it available yet in the Caribbean. So certain areas are still not, you cannot have access to, or you do not have access to stories. So let me know if you guys are using it, and what do you think about how using stories can make or break your LinkedIn interactions? Now, are you skittish about using it? And if so, why? Tell me in the comments. And if you haven't used, and then if you're not using it because you're skittish, why haven't you started? And is it because you're not sure what you want to say, how you want to communicate? Or better yet, do you believe that storage is not really something that it's business worthy for that matter? Like there's nothing you can communicate via stories that should be even considered in a business environment. And I say that because LinkedIn has been considered to be a platform that is business only. So let me know. Mind you, I've utilized stories to communicate with customers of different things that my company's doing, or different products or solutions that we have to offer. And then lastly, I've used stories to promote specific posts that I want to get people's interaction and engagement on. So that's how I've used it. So let me know if you have used it. How are you currently using LinkedIn Live? So let me know on the, I mean, not LinkedIn Live, stories. And then the last thing is obviously what I'm on right now, which is LinkedIn Live. Uh, if you guys are using LinkedIn Live, let me know how you're using it. What are you talking about? How's your engagement? Let me know. And if so, if you have LinkedIn Live, let me know what time and day you have your show and the hashtag associated with that so I can follow it. So let me know. Let me go back to the podcast that we are listening to. Give me 1 second, bring that up. Make sure the audio is selected.
But I do want to jump right into part one of this mini series for this week. And we're going to talk all about the new LinkedIn and how LinkedIn has upped their own game. So here's the latest on the updates that they've recently launched. I'm going to just do this as an overview, and then at a later date, I'll have to go through each of these more specifically on their own as longer topics. But I want to at least go through the major upgrades that they've done so that you're ready and you're able to use them. LinkedIn wanted to provide a warmer, more inclusive experience to support that community. And it is simpler, more modern, and more intuitive, and it allows for easier navigation and discovery. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is they've streamlined the search experience. So you're going to find that it's much easier to reach beyond your immediate network. You can find people, events, groups, and content that you can actually get to with easier access with their new search experience.
Now, when it comes out to the search experience, like what Janine is talking about, have you guys noticed a difference when you're searching? I don't do much searching. Let's say if I'm looking for a specific topic or an industry, I want to dig in deep and see how I can utilize that more because I'm not using that at all. I'm curious to know if you have more rich information, meaning that I guess what I'm trying to say is that typically the kind of information that you would want to get, you would have to sign up for their paid plan. So, because I'm not sure if many of you know, if you are on the free plan, you're limited on how many searches you could do, or even how many profiles you could watch or look at on a given day. Um, I say that to say is that I've typically hit a specific wall when I'm making connection requests. I've times I'll maybe request to connect it with too many people, and I'll get a notification like, "Okay, buddy, you hit your limit, so you got to cool down." The other thing too is I'm not sure if you guys hit this limit before. When you're commenting, often I've got into, and a lot of people say it's called LinkedIn jail. So what I mean by that is that when you try to comment on a post, you get a notification saying that you're unable to post, or there's some sort of error when you submitted that request to, reply on a post. That's usually an indication that you are on LinkedIn in LinkedIn jail. Another thing too that I've noticed too, and I'm not sure if you noticed this, is on the right side when you view someone's profile, sometimes you'll get suggestions on the right. So then if you're in LinkedIn jail, you may not even get the suggestions on the right. Or when you do get the suggestions, you won't see, you won't have much information, or you can't even request to connect with them. Like it's grayed out. So let me know if that's the case. If it's grayed out because you don't have the paid account, or is it grayed out because you're in a suspension mode for that matter. So I'm curious to know if you guys know anything about that. So let me know. All right. Uh, you saying the sound is off? Huh. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me take a look. Hold on. All righty. Okay. Let me see here. Let me bring up my audio. Let me bring up the audio. Let me see if I can hear myself on this end. Okay, I think that most likely what it was is, let me refresh the page. Most likely was that the audio was really, really low, most likely. So let me see here. I'm actually trying to see if I can actually get the feed. Let me go into my live over here at Facebook. I got my audio playing on my other end. So let me take a look here. Okay, go back a page. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me see here. So, all right, yeah, it's beautiful. The audio is not working. All right, let me see here. The audio is not working. Hello, what's going on? Hello. Let's see we hear. Oh, the audio's siding. Audio sounding all right, baby. Audio's coming through pretty good over here. Let me see. 35 minutes, okay. All right. And let me go into mail. I refreshed it. All right. So yeah, you could hear it just fine. I guess the audio was really, really low. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the audio is fine. Sorry about the delay now. I'll put my headphones back in there in the meantime. And let me put it over here. Okay. So now let me know if you guys are hearing me now. It says here, I know someone in Facebook just told me that the audio was low or no audio for that matter. So let me take a look here. Okay, it said the audio is a little bit high. Well, yeah, for whatever reason, the audio is really low. Okay, let me raise it up here on my end. Yeah, I agree. The audio is pretty low on my end, or maybe just I have it pretty low in my headphones. That might be the case. Let me see here. Okay, there you go. I think now I hear a little bit much, even in my feedback, so I should be fine on my end. So let me actually mute the two different feeds, and it's gonna make for great. Let's say like my wife says, podcasting. This is gonna make for a good live stream. Sorry, so thank you very much for dealing and going with that hiccup there. I want to reach out and give a shout out to Louise. Thank you very much for letting me know that the audio was off or low. So thank you very much for that. I guess if you didn't, you were watching all the video with me not speaking or even speaking but not hearing me. I didn't say anything much of importance, so don't worry about it. Let me go back to Janine Hogan right here. Let me go and play her back. All right, here we go.
They also launched Open for Work, which is a simple LinkedIn profile photo frame that says that you are looking for your next opportunity. With this photo frame, LinkedIn's reporting that nearly 2.5 million members have adopted the frame across all industries, And early results show that with the open to work photo frame, they are receiving 40% more in-mails from recruiters and 20% more messages from the LinkedIn community. Also, directly reported from LinkedIn, 3 people are hired every second through the community. Now, at that rate, why haven't you upgraded your LinkedIn profile to stand out and establish your unique value so that you are more attractive to your target?
I'm curious to know. Have any of you guys? I'm sure by now you've seen them on LinkedIn. That you can see that matter that what Janine was talking about, that ring around your photo, which if you click on someone else's photo that has it, it pops up in the bottom. Hey, do you want to? Are you open for work? And you click on it, and then it gives you the ability to add that on your profile. Curious to know if you guys have you done that before. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because I've done it before. And what I mean by I've done it before is that I really was sharing that I'm open. And at the end of the day, I'm always open for work. You know, I'm an employer, I'm an employee to a large organization, right? I don't own the company that I work for. So, especially now, you got to consider this. During COVID, a lot of people lost their jobs, you know, and some of them lost it because either the company failed or a lot of factors played into that. Let's say that much. So that could have been one of the things. Another fact, yeah, you fill in the blank. Either way, a lot of people lost their jobs. Now, when I clicked on that, I said, hey, I'm open for work. Technically, I'm always open for work, you know, because think about this. If someone comes to you and they say, hey, Marcello, I want you to work for this company. As long as there's no conflict of interest, I'm interested in you working in this company. And this is what I'm willing to pay you. This is the opportunity. I think this is a good fit. And they show you and explain to you why changing companies should be a good option. Okay. How often does that happen in our lives? Not often. And what I mean not often is that I don't think that a lot of us are getting requested to join or jump ship, you know. Only, and what I mean by that is that, let's say, for instance, if you're a C-level executive, you might get headhunted. Okay, but even then, if you're a C-level executive or you're an executive for that matter, not everybody's getting headhunted. But wouldn't it be good for you to say, hey, I'm interested to have a dialogue? So I bring that up because when I did that, some people in LinkedIn, you know, they gave me some constructive criticism, and mostly was the criticism was that it may be seen, it may not be seen favorable. So it's interesting, mind you. So I'm curious to know if you guys have you ever selected to put that ring on your profile on LinkedIn, saying that you're open for work, even when you're not unemployed? Because usually that's what I believe people might feel, that saying I'm open for work implies that you're unemployed or you're in transition. So I was wondering, so let me know if you have done that before. Tell me in the replay or live. And if so, if you haven't done it, why haven't you done it? And then the folks that have done it, let me know your experience on that. You know, did you get many people reach out to you offering jobs or opportunities? And then lastly, if you have done it and you are employed, what was the feedback that you got? You know, did people tell you something similar to like me? Like, did they tell you, hey, did you lose your job? And then when you tell them, no, I'm still employed, they're going to share their point of view on why you shouldn't do that. So let me know if you had the same experience. So let me go back to Janine and continue with the podcast.
If that many people are getting opportunities, what's holding you back? You don't want to miss out on a great opportunity because your branding doesn't resonate with your target audience or position you strongly enough so that you get paid what you're worth. Mm-hmm. And in this case, your target is your ideal employer who shares your values. Now, this next one, I've been waiting with bated breath for the release of LinkedIn Stories. This is my personal branding fave when it comes to the new updates. It's a great way to connect more personally and less formally with peers and friends and your audience on LinkedIn. And I will do an episode that focuses on ways to really maximize the story experience and the function of stories when I can spend more time talking about it with you. But I do want to say that if Instagram and Facebook are any indication, stories are going to be the way that people are going to absorb content. They are going to do less in the feed potentially and browse through the stories. So we definitely want to get on board with stories. I'll have to talk to you guys about ways that we can really do that in a powerful way. Another great new feature is the face-to-face meeting. This is available to you with just one click, and you can start a video call over Teams.
I want to give a shout out. I'm over here tuned in to, just logged into Facebook, and I saw a good friend of mine, Ari. What's going on, man? Happy birthday. I see that today's your birthday. I want to wish you the best. I'm going to give Ari a shout out on Facebook. Let me go over here. Shout out. I'm sure knowing Ari, they're going to have a huge party either right now. They're probably having a huge party, or better yet, they probably are getting ready to have a huge bash this weekend. So happy birthday. We haven't chatted in a very long time, but I just saw that it's your birthday, so I would definitely want to give you a shout out. Let me go back to the podcast here.
Blue Jeans by Verizon or Zoom directly from a message thread. That gives you direct access instantly and efficiently. These updates are sure to provide a more streamlined and more inclusive user experience, the kind that makes social media meaningful for us on other platforms. Now it's available to us for social business, and that's a huge win for us all. LinkedIn is no longer a place to just find people. It's a place for professional and personal growth, economic and business growth, and LinkedIn's goal here was to help make that easier, and I think they've done a fantastic job. So as you navigate these new features, if you're looking for coaching on how to maximize their benefits, I would love to help you. So please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or visit hogancopywriting.com for more information on how I can help you further with coaching. In episodes prior, I have always offered a complimentary LinkedIn profile review. I'm not taking that away. However, what I've decided to do is to do the LinkedIn profile reviews in groups. I've dedicated a Tuesday around lunchtime once a month. You can find that on my calendar. So the LinkedIn profile review is still there on my website, but we're going to do them in groups. And part of the reason why I decided to do that was, for one, I wanted to be able to help more people. And for two, I thought it would be a great way to make introductions and have it bonus as a LinkedIn networking event. So there is a cap on how many people I can do during one review at a time. So if you are interested in getting a profile review and having me talk specifically about your profile within that group setting, it is still available to you, and it will be conducted on a Tuesday afternoon every 4 weeks. And you'll be able to find that also at hogancopywriting.com under the LinkedIn profile review in the booking calendar. So I'm still offering them, but they're not going to be one-on-one. If you do want that one-on-one, it is still available to you. And that is going to be now more of a strategy session. And you are also available to book those on the website as well. If you guys have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. If you do need more personal one-on-one attention, again, that is not going away. It's just being done differently. So you can check that out at my website, hogancopywriting.com, or just reach out to me on LinkedIn and ask me some questions, and I'll tell you what I think is going to benefit you the most, and we can go from there. All right, everyone, this is part one of my mini series for this week. Stay.
That was pretty good there. So let me see if what you guys think about those new changes on LinkedIn. I mean, that's gonna be I mean, it's about time to actually get it in the 21st century, I guess you want to say, like a lot of people say. Now, I guess at this point, I haven't got any requests or any questions on Ask Me Anything. So what I'll do is I will bring on my second sponsor, which is Molekule. And I'm sure, there we go. Oh, it's right over here. I think I could bring it over. There it is. So that's the guy right there. That's the guy right there, Molekule. I got those things. I love them because what I mean by that is that I don't have any allergies, but when I run it, it just does it just makes you feel great, meaning that the air smells significantly cleaner. Mind you, it's hard to really to measure that, but you know the difference when you've walked into, let's say, a hospital compared to maybe a teenager's room. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, are you sick and tired to have your home smell like a teenager, or maybe you get the idea. But then along with that, if you have allergies or you're concerned about having the right environment, especially given the time that we're living in, Molecule is a great device to help you to get to that point and give you that peace of mind that you're gonna be safe and sound for you and your family. So let me bring up here uh an advertising piece from them. So just bear with me for a moment. I bring up this guy on YouTube and play a nice ad for you guys on Molecule because we gotta appreciate their support, and I'm very thankful for what they have done and what they continue to do. So I want to thank them very much for that. Let me bring up a piece here that they have. Okay, there's a good one right here. Let me bring it up. Okay, here we go. YouTube, play the audio. There we go.
Introducing Molekule Air Pro, engineered for professional spaces, designed to fit the home. As the world changes, Molekule continues working toward a future filled with cleaner air. Our scientists, engineers, and designers have spent over 2 years developing Air Pro to meet and exceed the demands of commercial environments. Now, with the heightened worldwide need for better air quality, Air Pro has arrived, both for business and the home. With triple the airflow and particle sensing of Molekule's breakthrough consumer devices, Air Pro is designed to auto-adjust to dirty air and protect living areas and workspaces up to 1,000 square feet with Molekule's patented Pico technology. As air flows through the device, large particles are captured, while the light-activated Pico filter destroys pollutants, breaking down viruses, bacteria, chemicals, and mold at a molecular level, adding a layer of protection to your space. Day or night. And through test after test, Air Pro has demonstrated its ability to effectively clean the air where it matters most. Molekule Air Pro, professional-grade purification, available for the home.
That's sweet right there. So now that's the reason why I love using my Molecule. And if the ad was compelling enough to you to consider having a Molecule at your home, sign up. Oh, not sign up. When you are at checkout, use Cocktails 10. That's Cocktails 10, and you'll get 10% off of your checkout of your order. So I want to thank very much Molekule for sponsoring today's Cocktails with Chello. Now, I want to thank you very much, everyone, to tuning in today to Cocktails with Chello episode 23. You guys been very, very, can't thank you enough very much for all the support that you've given me throughout week after week. So I want to thank you very much for that. Once you're watching this on a replay, if you have any questions of what I've shared or what you've seen from Janine Hogan, her podcast, definitely let me know and share that in the comments. Or if you want to sign up to get your profile audited and get Janine Hogan's advice, definitely recommend you to comment in the show and just say at Janine Hogan, or just reach out to her directly and connect with her and let her know that you saw her on Cocktails with Chello and you're interested to have a discussion. And you could connect to her via her website, select her calendar, and schedule an opportunity to have a one-to-one session. And she also has now, I'm not sure if you noticed, but starting in November, she's booking up to 5 slots that you could have a group session or a group call to get some advice on your profile and making sure that your LinkedIn profile is supercharged. So I recommend you guys to look into that. So again, she's only has 5 spots available she's doing this once a month. And I'm not sure if they're already taken, but either way, you definitely want to reach out to see if those are already booked up. And she's doing that once a month, as I mentioned a moment ago. So thank you very much for tuning in to Cocktails with Chello, episode 23. I want to appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to go take a look at my Yankees. Go Yankees. Let me see here before. Where are we now, Yankees? Okay, so they're still up. There right now is the score is Tampa Bay 1, Yankees 2. So hopefully next time you guys see me on Cocktails with Chello next week, I'm celebrating and watching them again playing another team. So go Yankees. So I want to thank you very much for watching. Let me get my outro in the meantime. And thank you very much for watching this in the replay or the live session, which if you're watching live, thank you very much for hanging in there with me on either Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. So definitely let me know. I appreciate that. And Luis, thank you very much for your help on Facebook, letting me know that the audio was a bit off. So I appreciate that. Let me bring this guy up here. Okay, here we go, guys.